Good morning, my friends. I have my coffee. I added the toasted marshmallow nut pods with the caramel nut pods and some cookie dough syrup. I just thought it sounded like a good combination. Let's try it. I love that cookie dough. It is a good combination. I don't think I have any s'mores syrups. I'm gonna have to go through my syrups today and see, because I really don't think I do, and that would be really good, my toasted marshmallow. But yeah, really good. I want to get the Nut Pods has a new flavor. Thank you, Krista, for always telling us about those. It's coconut macaroons, right? I think so. And she says they taste just like the, what is it? Those Girl Scout cookies, the Samoas. I think she said tastes a lot like that. So I cannot wait to get those. I think I'm going to go on there and order some today before they go away or, sell out. And the toasted marshmallow, this is my last one. And I think I may pick up one of those before they don't sell them anymore. They may not. I think it was just a limited flavor. I hate when they do that. So I actually washed my hair last night, but it was still a bit wet when I went to bed. So I was fluffy this morning. Like, it was bad. It is definitely time for my hair to be cut. I can always tell because it starts getting like, I have a lot of work to do today. I was actually doing some fun stuff yesterday at the end of my day. Kind of made staying over a little bit fun. I was working on some recruitment flyers. I love doing that stuff. Little fun fact about me, if you did not know, I don't think I've actually ever mentioned it on here. For when I worked for a hotel company, which I worked for from 98 through 2011. So I worked there a long time. It was a different owner when I first started working there in 98. I worked as a front desk person, and then I became the front desk manager, and then it sold, and the gentleman that bought it was who I worked for from 99 all the way through 2011 when he sold it, and that was during that, the recession and all that. And during my stint with him, I actually became, when I left to have my son, my youngest boy, I took a little bit, I just took, my regular like maternity leave time off. And when I came back, he made me the sales and marketing director of the hotels he owned, which he's, at that time he owned 2, I believe. And then I did that for a while, which was a lot of fun because I got to make flyers, which back then it wasn't as fun to make flyers because there wasn't all these programs. Like, okay, this is like 2000. So, the internet wasn't as advanced as it is now as far as this stuff, but it was still really fun with what I had to work with at the time. And I had a lot of fun doing that. So whenever I get to do these recruitment flyers for my department, I have a lot of fun doing that. Another thing I did during that marketing stint was newsletters. So I do actually the newsletter for my work now for the wellness committee. So I like to do that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun, which I have to work on my newsletter too. Yeah, so just a little background. Eventually I became his general manager because our general manager that we had while I was the sales and marketing person suddenly quit. Like, she just didn't come to work one day, left a note and her keys and never came back. And so he was like, do you want to do it? I said no, because I have a little baby. I have 3 kids. And anyway, so I didn't do it, but he just basically had me doing it, but I didn't have to work the hours of it. But then eventually when I moved to where I live now, that's why I moved to where I live now, because he bought 3 hotels down here and he wanted me to run them. So we relocated to where we're at now. And I worked for him all the way until, like I said, till the recession, and he was losing money. He was getting older, and unfortunately he did pass away a couple years after that. But I learned a lot from him, and it was a good job. But it was very weird not to work, when you have the same job and to have to go back out there into the job market. That was a very scary experience, very, especially during a time when everybody was out of work. It was very, very hard. Okay, I made my smoothie. I did a repeat of the strawberry chocolate. So this is the chocolate prime protein, and then the strawberry collagen from Perfect Keto, and cashew milk. So I am making Big Mac salad for lunch, but I'm going to do some hard-boiled eggs. So I'm going to do medium boiled. So I have my line up here. It says that it would take, it looks like, for medium boiled, I'm just going to go and do 4 to 6. It looks like it take 12 minutes. And then you got to poke them. So let me show you. I have not done this yet, so we'll see. Oh, I have to take the lid off first. Place the, it says pierce the bottom of each egg. Okay, and then fill with or place eggs into boiling tray with bottoms up. Okay. I'm like, that one did not get all the way in there. Oh well, it'll be okay. Okay, I'm gonna finish that. And then it says, do not lock the lid. I swear the other one did not say that till after I was done reading all the instructions. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. It looks like this little piece that I'm confused about, it does go in here somehow. And that's so you can pull it out. When they're all done, you just pull this out. So you probably so you don't burn yourself. Okay, let's get all these in here and then we'll see how they turn out. I could not get this thing in there, so I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just going to put the lid on and we're going to cook. And don't lock the lid. So I wonder how it knows that I want to do medium boiled. Cover and press the power button. So I guess it knows by how much water you put in there. I don't know. We'll see. And there's my lunch. Big Mac salad. Eggs are almost done. I have the eggs in an ice bath. I was on the phone with my husband, so I couldn't film them getting done. So I read in the book that when the timer goes off, you may still need to basically cook them longer, just depending on the cooking time on that chart. So I set the timer on my stove for 12 minutes after I read that. And when the timer went off, I still had 2 minutes left on my stove. So I went ahead and just left them in the cooker. You can silence the buzzer. The buzzer is so funny. You guys, I think you heard it in yesterday's video. It's kind of like a song. And so once you silence that, then it still continues to cook. So I went ahead and just let that keep going. And I took them out, put them in an ice bath. So those should be really good. We'll crack one open here in a little bit. Doesn't my salad look absolutely amazing? Honestly, you guys, I mean, everything in here is homemade. Like, there's nothing, you know, packaged. I get a lot of comments about all the packaged food I eat, and I know I do occasionally, but I don't feel like I'm a person that eats a ton of packaged foods. I really don't. But whatever, maybe just people don't watch every video and they don't see it. But I mean, I do. Yes, I do eat some. Anyway, what my point was is I made the salad dressing from scratch. Salad dressings are so easy to make. I don't know why I don't do it more often, especially since I meal prep. I have no excuse. Since I meal prep every single week, I have no excuse to not make my own dressings because it's so easy. I mean, you saw I made that blue cheese dressing and this Big Mac salad dressing. It took me less than 5 minutes, honestly, for both of them. It was so quick. I can make ranch dressing. I have those seasonings that I got from Thrive Market. That's those Al Natural. They have none of those fillers in them or anything. So I think I'm going to really try to dedicate myself to making salad dressings. Now, I am not opposed to buying salad dressings. I know they don't have the best ingredients. And if you're not a meal prepper, I can totally see why you would not want to do that. So I am not against it. If you buy your own salad dressings, you do you. I don't care. I understand it. I get it. If I have a really super busy week and I know that I just don't want to take the time to meal prep for that week for whatever reason, I would just buy some also. So I totally get it. But me personally, since I do meal prep every week, I feel like I need to be making the dressings. So I do have the blue cheese dressing left. I think tonight I'm going to do that Tik Tok pasta recipe. I'm really nervous about whether or not it's going to work because I don't know anything about that Bourguignon cheese that I bought. But somebody did comment they didn't know if it would work because they didn't know if it would melt the same way as feta cheese melts. So we shall see. I'm going to use the healthy noodle pasta. So I think I'm just going to add that into this video because I don't think this video is going to be very long. I always say that ends up being a super long video, which I apologize for. But I think I will just slip it into this one instead of putting it in my regular What's for Dinner video, which I need to edit. I think I'm going to edit in the morning. My husband has Friday off because he has a dentist appointment. So I think I will edit tomorrow morning I have kind of a busy weekend going on this weekend and next weekend. So I do want to make my meal prep easy. But what I was going to say is I have the blue cheese dressing, so I think I'll make a little side salad to go along with my pasta tonight. I hope it turns out okay. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you don't have TikTok, like I just got TikTok, and I don't actually create any, I just watch. I peeled my eggs. They did peel up beautifully, just like in a pressure cooker. I swear, I'm sorry I'm touching my hair so much, but it's like a mess today. I don't know what the deal. So I sprinkled some pepper and some everything but the bagel. So let's go ahead and see what the inside looks like. Perfect medium boiled. Works really good, you guys. I noticed these happy eggs, these are the organic ones, they have a really thick white. Look how thick that is. Thumbs up on the egg cooker so far. So one thing about these TikTok recipes, I could not find something that gave me exact instructions. I went through a ton of these like pasta recipes, so I just kind of had to wing it. So it does seem like they put about 2 pints of some sort of like grape tomato, cherry tomato. I would say grape tomatoes because grape tomatoes are smaller than cherry tomatoes. Now this recipe originally uses feta cheese, but I do not like feta cheese, so I found this Boursin cheese. It's a garlic and herb, and I found it at grocery outlet, and I thought this would be perfect for it. And then I just wasn't sure how. I know the texture is gonna be a little bit different. Like this is definitely a soft cheese. I tasted this cheese by itself. It is so good. It would be really good with like maybe the Fat Snacks crackers or the Flacker crackers, or even like vegetables like cucumbers. I think it would be really good on cucumbers, so I may definitely pick some of this up again and use it for that. It's very soft, so I was a little bit nervous that it would not melt down right, but I'm just going to go with it. So you just put these in, but if you like feta cheese, you can do this with feta cheese, and then you just use 1 block of feta cheese and you put it in the middle. And then you're just going to take some sort of oil. I think most people use olive oil, but I have avocado oil, so I don't think there'd be much of a difference. And it just shows it kind of sprinkling it all over. The other thing that they do is they put minced garlic on top of the cheese, but because this was a garlic and herb cheese, I did not do that. Didn't want to have too much garlic. And then I added some pink salt on there. And then I wanted to show you guys, these are the noodles I'll be using. So you do the noodles last, but these are the ones I'll be using, the healthy noodles, since they are low carb and all of that. I'm adding on some pepper on top just for some extra spice. Then that will go into the oven at 400 degrees, and I did it for about 30 minutes. I figured that would be enough time. And this is what it looked like when it came out. And then you just want to stir it all together. So just take a spoon and just stir your cheese and your tomatoes together. Now I do feel like mine was a little bit whiter. Like I feel like the feta cheese did not make it look this creamy and white, but I kind of looked at this more like it was a creamy tomato sauce for sure. So I rinsed off my noodles. That's what you're supposed to do, so rinse them off, and then just added it to my pasta, and this is what it turned out like. So I added some fresh basil on top, and you guys, this turned out so good. It was really good. I think I put too much salt in there because I think the cheese probably had some salt in it as well. So I think I'll definitely make this again with that same cheese, but not do as much salt because it was a little bit salty, and I feel like that I felt it was salty through the cheese. So I think I'll definitely not do as much salt next time, but definitely try this out and try it out with different cheeses. I was really surprised how well this turned out with this cheese. I was really, really nervous since it was so soft. And I also think I probably could have gotten away with just 1 block of cheese, to be honest. Like it was a lot of cheese. So I just wanted to play around with this recipe, and it was really fun. And yeah, you can find some good recipes out there on TikTok. It's just, like I said, they don't have measurements a lot of the time, so it's just hard to navigate through them. Let me know if you have found something out there on TikTok that you just absolutely love, some kind of recipe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.